Around the arc, Dosunmu drains another one. Illinois 6 of 10 from long range after this last one.
Watch Dosunmu on the left side of your screen. He's already set. Once he catches, he goes right to his shooting motion. Plenty just let go of.
Yeah, he had to take a step back and prep for NBA threes, and another one drops down. Dosunmu with 11.
Man decided to come back to Champaign to try to win a national championship. If he keeps shooting like this, Illinois chances, I like him.
I like what Chicago State's doing right now. They're trying to front Kofi, Cockburn, and trying to keep the ball out of the paint.
But Adam Miller picking up right where he left off yesterday. Gil, not too shabby.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Late shot clock. Here goes Dosunmu again. He takes it right at the big fella Damoud at 7 feet. The Illini career high 28 yesterday, and he's got the steal here. Looking for 2 more. He might get 3 more.
5'11". So you think that he's going to be able to stay in front of Dosunmu? Nope. Iowa's deceptively fast. Got really good looks. His teammates were looking for him early in the shot clock.
Adam Miller from deep can't get it to go, and nobody would get the rebound. And Karam's to Dosunmu. He knows what to do.
You got to bring your own energy in these situations. And Ohio's ready.
Dosunmu with the crossover gets into the paint. That finger roll is so pretty.
You see right there the dribble exchange, and then
points early for Ohio. Tough catch and shoot. And the rebound to guess who? DeMonte Williams from the guard position. Dosunmu lobbing inside for Cockburn, and a 2-hand stuff. Brings it down the floor. The cross-court skip to Roderick. His 3 is short. And Cockburn will start it up the floor. Here's Dosunmu. Wriggles his way to the basket. And an and-one opportunity.
Kofi Cockburn leading the break, giving up to Dosunmu, and look at the strides, Kevin.
Dosunmu down the left side of the lane. That's not going to go, but he stays with it. Got his own rebound. 3-point game. Tie game.
Yeah, we talked about, Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan State.
Great feed from Dosunmu to Bezhanishvili. What was your alliteration line?
A lot of alliteration.
A lot of alliteration.
Anchorman placed in powerful posts.
Frazier to Dosunmu to lay it in, and Illinois has the lead.
Because they feel everyday John's got better feet and can cover more ground.
And it'll go. Bucket and a chance for 3.
Well, he looks great. Kelcher does shooting the ball. And he's only shooting 16%. How quick is that?
They're just not going in, and meanwhile you miss a 3, and Dosunmu, you blink, and he's got a bucket at the other end.
Well, they haven't taken very good shots. No, it's not, and Miller took a bad shot there.
Carr, not a good pass. Frazier, great bounce pass. Dosunmu lays it in.
Dosunmu, who very easily could be the Big Ten Player of the Year, depending on how things go for Luka Garza and Iowa, among others. He gives it up there to get an open look for 3 from the wing, and it's 5-0 Illinois. Williams, they go 4 around in the guard spot for Brett Underwood, his best team so far at Illinois. And Williams cans the jumper. It's a strong start for the Illini.
They are. They're right here, all right? 2 guys go with the ball. That's fine. They recover short, not really to take the shot away. Their man in front of him. You got to shoot over Illinois.
Brett Underwood is one of my favorite practice coaches to watch. As Dosunmu scores.
Where did he come from? The middle.
Here's Jacob Grandison, who only plays a couple minutes a game. Now Frazier with 7. Williams, there's a back cut, a sharp bounce. Got it there for Dosunmu. That is brilliant.
Jump while Johnson made 2 or 3 efforts.
Now Dosunmu wants to go to town, do it himself. Cockburn, no. That's good for Dosunmu, and a foul.
When you bring it up, you feel more involved if you're Dosunmu. You see the help there. Nobody blocks Dosunmu out. He's bigger.
Half points. It was Jones early, Brockington late, and Dosunmu off the window, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped right back to him. He gets the bucket and the foul.
How about the 50-50 balls, though? We talked about this earlier. Kofi Cockburn's effort keeps that ball.
Miller said ever since he came in for Al Durham with the injured ankle against Stanford, picked up some confidence, and he's kind of taken off ever since. Dosunmu, runner in the lane. Pretty.
Oh, that's really good.
Alloway. Got in there with Cockburn. Realized that was a bad mistake, and now it's a 2-on-1. And Dosunmu lays it in, and he's fouled.
Right there, I think
Jackson Davis was surprised by that pass. And good job of getting it over to Dosunmu, who finishes. I think I hit it across the head there by Aljamain Durham.
The score that Indiana would prefer.
Oh, there's no doubt. You know, we were free-flowing there for a little bit. All of a sudden, it got aggressive.
And Indiana's not going to prefer that. An easy two-handed jam for Kofi Cockburn.
A nice read here by Dosunmu. Two Hoosiers come out on him.
Right underneath the basket. And it drops in for Curbelo.
That's a heck of an effort by Curbelo.
Before you got to cancel it. And Cockburn defensively again. Dosunmu. Catch and shoot, and just like that, Illinois is back in front. Timeout, Indiana.
That led to an Dosunmu dagger.
Into the shot clock. Dosunmu could have to heave it up. Got it off. Knocked it in, and Illinois has their largest lead at 6. The most interesting of the day.
Yeah, Rob Finney doing a good job trying to get the loose ball. Shot clock.
Dosunmu drive and kick. Williams. Back out for Dosunmu. Dosunmu, 4 3-pointers, 28 points.
An 8-0 run right now. There is Ivy rejected. Williams doing it on both sides. Dosunmu, he has a dozen.
Da'Monte Williams is shaken free a couple times, but besides that, they've been very solid.
Nice block, Dosunmu.
Playing better than anybody in the league right now, and as well as almost anybody in America. Frazier's 3. That one falls, and a real good sign for Illinois if Trent Frazier can find. Pushed ahead on the miss. Here comes Barron. Barron in traffic. That's blocked away by Miller. Dosunmu in the open floor. The runner using the window. The 3 is good. Dosunmu with the 3.
15 points that he averages this year.
A great sign for Maryland. Dante Scott just one of his last 7 from 3. He's one to go right there.
Dosunmu with a hard take. Here's Galen Smith looking to take Kofi Cockburn off the bounce. Cockburn receiving that with the one-handed flush.
Really does a nice job of running the floor and stopping. Strong move. Dosunmu talking about shooting percentage. They got to get him up 10. They've only made 1.
Yep. 4. Good wraparound maneuver that time and dish. Frazier looking to force things, get it inside, and they swing it around and get it out for 3 to Da'Monte Williams out of Peoria Manual High. Get past that time. Out to Williams. And a 3-ball corner pocket for Io.
20. Yeah, this is just terrific ball movement. Get your little space there. You know, you see that you're
right over the top of Kofi Cockburn. First bucket for Isaiah Brockington, and Dosunmu with just his second field goal made of the evening to put Illinois back up 17.
They're going to need him tonight to step up with no C.J. Frederick out with a lower leg injury once again.
Dosunmu off the fake. Pass ball Hannon for the flush.
Look at this dunk one more time from Dosunmu.
Nice up fake and then explodes inside the paint.
Janishvili on the low block. Good look for Dosunmu. Passed up the 3 to take that little mid-range jumper. He's so good at that.
I think they talk about that enough when you talk about Cockburn. You talk about his dunking, you know, his size running the floor, but defensively.
And offensively, he's not bad either. An excellent feed from Dosunmu. And Dosunmu with a steal. Headed to the other end. Dosunmu with a one-hand flush.
One name star. Io. Too easy.
Dosunmu the crossover. Driving against Davis to the rim. Count it. One more to come at the line.
They got a fresh clock there. That was huge. Really helped Dosunmu get this ball. Look at that off the wrong foot. That's how special he is. He makes you speed up. Io and Illinois up 7 here in Champaign. Forward at 6'8", can shoot it. You kind of forget about it.
Frazier wide open off the drive from Dosunmu, and he hits the three. He has been hitting at great frequency.
Demonte Williams, short, Cockburn. Boy, he is just too big in there, Stephen. You see the size advantage he has over the Aggies. Evidence right there.
Well, you know, he looks like he's going to be a player for quite a while in the Illini, so I'm going to have to give him a nickname. As the ball rotates to the side of the floor, right there. Aggies cheek.
Thankfully able to stay out on the floor. But that was the first three-pointer that A&T has hit in the ball game, and then Kofi Cockburn with the answer. He joins the double figures party. But he really didn't even need to show up to practice because the guys knew the system so well.
That's right. And you get older. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my. Kofi Cockburn again.
A lot of players are instructed either to shoot the three or get to the rim. But that mid-range is something else.
Points early for Ohio. Tough catch and shoot. And the rebound to guess who? Demonte Williams from the guard position. Dosunmu lobbing inside for Carr and a two-hand stump.
That Kofi Cockburn is an elite runner. Ever since he stepped foot on campus, and that's the end result. Forced a tough attempt that time, fighting over screens.
Here's Cockburn against Foster, bullying his way to the bucket, and he'll get an and one.
Defense on Jason Preston here in the second half has been outstanding.
Just 4 points for Preston in the second half. Good feed inside to Cockburn, bucket and a foul. He's headed to the line, their first lead.
Michigan State, who just won in Cameron Indoor Stadium last night, is projected to be the number 4 team. What a block by Cockburn.
Well, we're seeing some great shot fakes in this game. Up top and slamming it home is Cockburn, the assist to Curbelo.
Cockburn just in that dunk spot.
By 4. If you want to slow down the Illini, you got to keep the big fella out of the dunk spot. Now they get Cockburn free inside and a chance for 3.
It's the last minute or so for the Gophers. Curbelo, what a spin move, and then dish to his teammate Cockburn, who dunks it home. My goodness.
You know what I love about this, Dave? Watch how quick Cockburn gets up. Boom! I did. Did you say Tara Vandiver celebrates by walking her dogs and playing the piano in the dark?
You know, Tara is not, you know, she's not a real attention hog. She doesn't like the spotlight.
In this case, he can dunk it with his ear. Even if you can't hardly jump, doesn't matter. Give it your best jump.
He stuffs another shot at the rim on this end. Loose ball. All right, that was a better decision, wasn't it?
Yes. I wanted to see how it ended, and it ended really well for Illinois. If you're Minnesota fan, or even us, you hate to see a kid struggle like this.
Curbelo dishes to Cockburn, and he dunks right on top of Robbins.
Keep saying it, Dave. Young, big kids. I don't care if you can't dunk and you're in 8th grade. Best jump. Best jump gets you and ones and gets you buckets. And then you can go to the party and dance. Young in transition is every bit as good and crafty as Dosunmu. Terrific.
Oh, Kofi Cockburn rams it home.
Somebody's got to come out of the game. But he slid a little bit in setting the screen.
That's his second personal, by the way, which could be key. We'll see how much he plays as Cockburn goes bulldozing by for 2.
Yeah, he can't handle Cockburn.
There's Dredd. Got in trouble, got rid of it to Lundy. Seth Lundy weaving inside. Cockburn says no.
Packing this game on both ends of the floor right now.
Curbelo, the wraparound to Cockburn for the two-hand hammer. That was pretty.
On the big fella, and then here's that pick and roll. Draw 2, drop it off to the big one. Nobody home to help out on the defensive glass.
Cockburn, one-on-one inside against Buttrick, and that was easy. He had great position when he got that lob from Dosunmu. And now Miller with 15 to shoot. Miller on the attack. Cockburn, that defense collapses on him. It does not matter.
Right out front.
Frazier looking for back-to-back threes. Cockburn there for the rebound, the putback, and the foul.
We still have 364 more days before you got to cancel it. And Cockburn defensively again. Dosunmu. Catch and shoot.
Missing in their last game in the loss against Rutgers.
That was 81-76 that they lost that game. And Cockburn taking 1-on-4 to the basket. Late shot clock, top of the arc. That's a long 2, and another miss for the Boilers. Little alley-oop inside, beautifully executed. Curbelo finding Cockburn and Matt Painter.
Putting scoring runs on you. The big fella being rewarded for running the floor. Excellent look by Curbelo to get his big man involved. The Illini starting to heat up here.
Inside they go to Edey. Edey tried to dunk it, but Cockburn stayed strong. Curling in Dosunmu. There you go. Two of the best players in the country teaming up now as well.
Really great action right here with a banana curl around the down screen. And Ayo keeps his head up and leads the big fellow right to the rim.
Still waiting the final media timeout. Little lob up top, and what a beauty. 6th assist now for Andre Curbelo.
And then you got to make a decision, Williams. Can't guard both.
And here you see the 3-2 zone. We knew Northwestern was going to mix up the defenses that they played.
And that mixed up Northwestern a little bit as Kofi Cockburn on a beautiful feed up by Curbelo.
3-2 zone, you don't usually ever see this. Great pass, great vision by Curbelo. That's what he's been able to Northwestern. You can't allow the Illini to go on a run.
That 3 could have started at Cockburn with the offensive rebound, the putback, and maybe a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. In the paint, tough pass. Frazier. Deep 2, no. Cockburn offensive board. Pulling his way to the rim. Bucket and a foul. Attempts for Northwestern in the second half. 17 for Illinois. Turn in the corner and pinned against the glass by Cockburn. The offensive rebound by Nance won't go in.
It's like 6 steps.
Yeah, but no whistle. And now over the top, there's Cockburn. Bucket and the foul. So there you go, Rob.
For pivot foots right there. Jacob Grandison, though, nice job throwing the ball over the...
Right inside to Cockburn, and he has the first 5 for Illinois. Against Illinois, he's got 3 straight 20-point performances. And Miller, who also has been playing well as of late, knocks down the 3.
Attention being paid to Kofi Cockburn.
Last 5 games, he's heating. Trying to attack the rim, but Cockburn able to reject Hara.
John Hara going upstairs, Cockburn denying it.
And you get a chance to play against one of the nation's best, you elevate.
Oh, Garza got hung up on the rim that time, got past Cockburn, and here's Dosunmu in the open floor, all the way end to end for the 2.
6'8" wing, developing with the G League Ignite, kind of in that 3-and-D mold, reminds you a little bit of a young Jalen Brown at times.
Oh, Kofi Cockburn with a great catch and then a strong move to the basket. Cockburn, great position, missed it again, and this time dunks it home with a foul. Oh boy. 7-0 run. Illinois hadn't scored in 4 minutes. We've had 18 fouls called in the first 12 minutes of this half. Cockburn, nice move, another dunk with a foul.
Slide away from the defense. Watch this, Jackson Davis, that side. And then his best jump. This is what I'm talking about Jackson Davis needs to do. Watch how Cockburn gathers himself, spins. I think they talk about that enough when you talk about Cockburn. You talk about his dunking, you know, his size running the floor, but defensively.
And offensively, he's not bad either, and an excellent feed from Dosunmu.
I know this sounds crazy of his foot speed, but he has better foot speed over Cockburn.
Oh, what a spin by Kofi using leverage to spin off Reavers. He's got 6.
I can do better, says Kofi Cockburn. Does a great job getting the dribble above the block and then the spin move.
Starts with him at practice. He has practiced better, and he said, I've never seen a guy who practices poorly as Cockburn throws him down again and not show up on the court. Kofi Cockburn showing up on the court in a big way with 21 points.
Boy is exploiting the long help. Reavers there was in no man's land. He wasn't stopping the ball and he wasn't back. See him right there at the bottom of your screen. You can't do that. Either you stay back or you go stop the ball and get some hands up. But another situation, want to play fast, they just can't.
Moultrie on the last triple for the Eagles. Garza with about as easy of a bucket as he'll have this season. Second meeting between these two programs. They played in 2017. It was a 91-60 win for Iowa. And Luka Garza's got that in his arsenal too, Jess.
To keep him off the glass, try to double team him on the post. And oh, by the way, big fella, get out on the perimeter and guard him from the NBA range. Look at the range.
That Southern played yesterday. Of course, the opponent is a lot different today, but this is not their first time on the parquet floor of Carver Hawkeye.
They can power, so he's already got you beat, gets you up in the air, goes through the defender, and draws the foul. But Chris,
to be a lead on defense too.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You play against so many of these tremendous players and future pros, you have to be able to guard. And look, Chris, it only took him 3.5 years to break the record. It took me 6, so he's a lot better player.
Another paint touch to Garza with a right hand and a chance for a three-point play. Boy, is he asserting himself early, Luka Garza.
Seen in the Big Ten in a lot of years. I mean, this is a very difficult shot. Not quite. They're not playing for themselves. I mean, Luka's the man right now, and they keep feeding him, and he's putting up historic numbers. But the rest of the guys are getting him the ball, and that's playing into what their strategy is. The Iowa Hawkeyes, that's just how you do it. And look, there's the Dirk Nowitzki.
Iowa working on things and working on that pressure defense. Garza with great help in forcing another turnover. Frederick going the other way. Toussaint finish with the layup.
But they're making a great effort to do it. Nunji got a look. Oh, just missed it. Garza comes flying in. Garza! Oh, goodness!
The teams fix the problem within the game. Can Iowa fix that lack of running problem over the next 12 minutes and 45 seconds?
Yeah, that's interesting. Don't wait till March to do it. Do it right now. Garza got position and sealed.
Working down low on Young. There's Garza.
Look at how he spun downhill. I mean, he just took Solomon Young with him right to the bucket. This zone has really affected Iowa State. It's kept them on the perimeter. It's stagnated them, and this is going in.
Yeah, you called it, Robbie. Right on cue. Look at him.
This dude is on fire.
On the wing, Crump. These Huskies are long and lean, not the beef to contend with a Garza. But they have athleticism on cue. But Garza wipes it away.
Again, this is probably the Achilles heel of the Iowa defense. The man-to-man D when they get put in ball screens. Luka can't do everything, but at the offensive end, he gets it back.
The reload here. Who else underneath?
Yeah, it takes 3 guys up.
And Toussaint. Stop, go, kick. Nunji for 3. Garza. And 1. This is a recording.
Ball goes up. It looks like this is going to be a pretty good block right here. Gets his hand. Oh, Luka just blows right through it. That's what.
Here's Garza. Gathers. Count the bucket and a foul.
Travion Williams, and look at the little right arm he gives right there. Just enough to push off, not a foul, but you get some momentum going to the basket. I think the defensive end is the big question mark. Can they guard? And tonight, Connor McCaffrey's going to get whatever he wants. He's going to have opportunities, but Luka Garza, you have got to keep him off the offensive glass.
Gillis has hit his last 11 field goal attempts. First one tonight. Garza, the 3. That falls. The answer from Luka Garza. He's got 13. Coming up on 2.5 to play. Bohannon leaves for Garza.
So here is Garza spinning around Robbins, and he lays it in.
He is such a tough cover, and right there gets one-on-one coverage, the whole side all to himself.
Garza just being hounded, but he finds Murray inside. Nice feed there. Wieskamp over Enon. Left it short. Garza, though, does get the rebound and the lay.
First fortunate to maintain possession. Shot clock under 10.
Knocked away by Garza. Here comes Toussaint.
McCaffrey lays it in.
It tells you that they're very well coached, but you know, it also tells me, Jason, that they like each other. There's no ego, and they know how to play.
Garza falling away. That's NBA look right there. The one leg fall away.
Leo Garza, little Dirk Nowitzki, step back, jack. Oh.
Harper help from Wieskamp. Garza got a hand on it. Offensive rebound is up and no good as Caleb McConnell is ready to play for the first time as well. We see Mamadou Decore off the bench first. Luka Garza against Reaver. Garza off the pirouette. That is absolutely brilliant for the tie and the lead possibly after we come back. That is just so good. It's so good, Dan.
What?
Garza.
Oh.
That's so good.
It's fun to be involved.
Here is Garza from the mid-range, and his jumper has gotten smoother and smoother in his career. That is taken by Bohannon, who is scoreless in the game, but Iowa leads by 6. Maryland's gone nearly 7 minutes without a point, and Garza's just going to work on the feed for Keegan Murray.
Guys, the shots that Iowa is getting are totally different from the ones Maryland is. Easy buckets on this end for the Iowa Hawkeyes. A great pass by Luka Garza. Now Garza getting it going in the post. You compare that to the jump shots that the Maryland Terrapins are getting on the other end. It's just where one team's getting easy buckets and the other one's taking contested jumps.
Here is Garza off his trip to the free throw line last time, working hard to get it in, a foul.
Guys, the game at 4. Garza, and one the other way.
Because if you don't, this is what happens.
And Steven
got his confidence up and stepped up big time on that 3 there.
Garza after the shot fake. All alone, Joe Toussaint, and Garza found it.
Chris said right here, pump fake, nice pass. Luka Garza doing everything but selling posters at halftime. Gabe Kalsher have got to give the Gophers some contributions on the offensive end.
Luka Garza, he almost knew that was going in from the moment he let it go. Garza heading right his way.
Well, you talk about Garza. Well, there's no doubt about it. And the mark he left on the Missouri Valley Conference is probably still being felt at his time at Drake University.
Jordan Bohannon rattles one down.
On the road, just got a little trouble yesterday. Robbins was terrific in that game. Hard double. Kick. Frederick. Smooth looking delivery. He's got perfect mechanics on that J. A happy guy really has struggled. He is so key to their performance. After made baskets, Iowa makes a point to get it up the floor in a hurry, and Garza gets the deuce. You end up with good corner jumpers with good ball movement. The key is rebounding. Jack Nunji is in. The jumper from Luka Garza. Gives him a new dimension. And a high-level defender, highly competitive, 6'4", 200 pounds, inside to Nunji.
Hard to rebound out of that zone. It's going to be important for Indiana to crash the glass when Iowa switches defense.
Nice move by Garza and a foul.
Sheesh. Ball picked away by McCaffrey. McCaffrey, end-to-end, the finger roll. No, but the tip jam is there for Luka Garza.
Boy. Cat knock off Butler just a moment ago. My name is Kevin Kugler alongside Nick Bach. A three-pointer from Aaron Henry, the only scoring we've seen in the first minute and 15 in this game, as Garza passing out of the double team to McCaffrey, and he'll get one more at the line. For 4 from deep as Henry's got 8. Garza running right to the block and got a terrific feed from the corner. He'll go to the line for one more. Tom Izzo had a lot of good things to say about him after the Ohio State game. Played a season-high 16 minutes in that one. Good pass from Garza to the cutting freshman Keegan Murray.
And even better, Chris Holtman told us, if you have anything that needs fixing, you need some furniture put together, your entertainment unit set up, anything that's not working, Zed Key is your guy. He can fix anything.
Dwayne Schneider of Ohio State, the handyman.
That's right.
Or 50.
That was a quality reference.
Here's the patience of Luka Garza. Just continues to keep it.
Double against Providence early in the year. There's a bump and grind. Garza shows it. Pivots, jump hook again. This time it goes down.
Oh, that's automatic.
Indiana's done a nice job of picking up Wieskamp wherever he goes. Garza inside. Counted as a foul.
Well, he does have terrific footwork. We mentioned it earlier. He's got to be very forceful, too, with that big, strong body. I mean, this is a center against a guy who...
See itself as a pretty deep team out of the MAC, but it's not like they're itching to go 11 deep in this game.
Well, their depth's going to be really interesting because I think when you look at last year's team, what they lost.
Smith from Maryland, some tremendous skill players returning in the Big Ten as Shanti Brown missed that three. Offensive rebound for Dickinson.
Starting to hit some tough jumpers, and Jalen Moore carrying this Oakland offense.
Inside, and the big freshman Dickinson throws down the jam.
Here's that same play. You hit the wing. Hunter Dickinson really doesn't have to be a great duck. Making up for the prior possession.
Dickinson, good feed inside, and Williams will go to the stripe. Brooks in the corner. Smith. Shabby Davis can't get it to go. Tipped in by Dickinson.
Back at you. To see again, in the zone defense, you have got to block out. Nobody blocking out the biggest guy on the floor.
Michigan, 6.5 to go. Oakland looking to be a ranked team for just the third time ever. They turn it over there.
Great help defense by Hunter Dickinson of not helping up his line. And again, you get a great stop.
Wagner. Dickinson delivers. Man, can Dickinson pack.
Okay, if you're going to let him. Rebound Johns Jr. delivers the dump to Dickinson.
Good job there, though, by UCF to get back and clog the paint, not giving up any fast break opportunities. They have an 8-4 fast break advantage right now.
Air ball, Dickinson shoves it back down. Possession, but he's making things facilitate easier for the Wolverines.
Well, whenever you can get the ball to the second side, great things happen. Nobody boxed him out right there. He was able to finish with the two-hand slam. So you just have to be ready at all times. In the first half, Colin Smith, the 6'11 senior, opted out of playing this year, and it was right before the season started, so it was a little detrimental to the rhythm and flow. Dickinson, he went hunting and fishing over the summer, but right here he's going to hunt down.
And games being postponed and canceled all over the country, you're thankful for any game you get, regardless of opponent.
Guarded by Kamagoon. Dickinson trying to post up down on the block and gets it. The freshman. Hunter Dickinson staking their claim to who's the best in the land. Jackson coast to coast, blocked by Dickinson, the freshman.
Is getting much better shot attempts. The percentages are high. They're getting it down low. They got great balance. There's another one inside. Man, Dickinson.
And again, Dickinson trying to bully his way down inside, and he does it. Wow. So impressive.
That's not going to happen, but it still doesn't take away from the experience.
Dickinson again, and count it, +1.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that was a surprise, especially coming off their overtime heartbreaking loss to Seton Hall.
Good action there underneath Isaiah Livers with the first bucket. Down inside, Dickinson, power dribble, and he finishes. He thought he got fouled, too.
That's the big fella. Typically, you see guys in this situation, they get off balance and they're not able to finish.
Here goes Dickinson again. Backing down, Buttrick and one. And right now, the freshman, he's just too strong for Penn State.
Washington, D.C. stand up. Hunter Dickinson playing big boy ball on Penn State.
Where is Michigan going to find a spark? Here's Eli Brooks, the leader, the captain. Wow. Dickinson counted and a foul.
See where Penn State will go this time. Maybe look for Sessoms.
It is Sessoms. He's blocked by Dickinson, though.
That's a good look out of that double, though, by the big man. Absolutely. The ball has to continue to go to Dickinson. Owens gets stuffed by Dickinson, and Michigan going the other way. Instead of auto owners insurance.
Just 7'1", being willing and able to get up and block
a dunk. And Trey McCowan's has bounce. I mean, he can really good up. It's a heck of a play from Hunter Dickinson.
Not attempted a field goal yet, has 7 rebounds. Despite the 2 missed free throw attempts, he's a 72% shooter at the line. There's an attempt, and that's a two-hand stuff. The rim's still rocking as Michigan takes the 2-point lead. To the game, presented by Tubi.
Kind of looked like Xavier Simpson, didn't it? Mike Smith trying to fill that void. Heck of a play. Dron Udraogo dropping it off to Hunter Dickinson. Just outstanding pick and roll basketball.
The assist to the game, presented by Tubi. Michigan operating crisply right now. Dickinson with a spin on the youngster Andre, and Dickinson is just a handful. Dickinson able to save the turnover. Livers the extra pass. Wagner all alone with 3 to shoot. The 3 won't go. Dickinson offensive rebound, put back, and a foul.
Livers. Dante Scott standing his ground. Now Dickinson left hand and 1.
He's going to see. All right, little guy on Dickinson. Watch the help. It's late. And when you're late in help, as they were right there with Wiggins, Wiggins has got to be all the way over and intercept that pass.
Here's Wagner inside Dickinson. Too easy.
Gosh, he just stepped over the defender Hamilton.
And 6 boards. Here's Wagner. Look at that wraparound pass. Are you kidding me, Dan Dockich? Extend a 6-point lead for the Wolverines with 9 minutes to go. Smith, no. Dickinson. Do they count it? Yes, they do.
Steal of the game for the Wildcats, who were dead last in the nation in steals last year. They're up to 6th in the Big Ten this year. Dickinson throwing down the jam on the other end.
That certainly kind of lessens the burden when you jump to the college level.
Dickinson inside and the foul.
And this was certainly going to be a question. Can Pete Nance, giving up 30 pounds, compete with Dickinson inside? And I would say
in the second half, remember they really struggled with him in the first. Here's Brooks.
Hey, that's impossible to guard.
Here's Dickinson down low.
It's the same play, the slam dunk contest. How about the pass from Mike Smith? Hunter Dickinson going up.
Mike Smith probing, dropping it off for the 2-hand flush for Hunter Dickinson.
So you know what? Ooh. Now you see me, now you don't.
Richard Pitino told us earlier today, Kalsher's trending in the right direction. 6 of his last 16 from 3, and a beautiful spin by Hunter Dickinson on the baseline.
Michigan fans for decades. Their son Chad is a Michigan man, went to undergrad and law school there, so big ups to the Raven family. And doesn't matter. And then watch Dickinson. Rolls like you're supposed to as a big, catches.
The rebound saved for Michigan. What a play by Livers. Dickinson driving to the rim, and Hunter Dickinson punishing.
Repercussions, and then the 2-man basketball with Hunter Dickinson. One of the few defensive breakdowns we've seen with Michigan tonight. And Carr good enough to make him pay.
Oh, look at that spin move from Hunter Dickinson.
Here's Potter against Hunter Dickinson on the block. And he had it poked away. Michigan, good hustle. That's Brooks on the floor to grab the ball.
Boy, Brooks is terrific at that type thing.
Quick release, Livers for 3.
Got the whole NCAA tournament, and one thing that we've been told is, you know, we hope we get there. You know what I mean? We hope we get there. Look at this. He yacked it like,
There he denies the big guy Dickinson, who gets it back and makes his way down the baseline.
That's it. I mean, he's only averaging 20 in Big Ten games. Goes on the road, dunks on the entire state.
And they withstood it because of the defense, but how much more of that can you do?
None.
Dickinson spinning for 2.
Here's a short shot clock situation here for the Terps. 2 on the shot clock. They got to do something. Dickinson was waiting on the Marcel offering.
It was quick as a hiccup. Very difficult to keep him from penetration.
They lost Cowan. They lost Jalen Smith. Hunter Dickinson Dickinson with authority for his first point.
One of the things they stress all the time, our habits have to be better than the other team's habits. As Dickinson rolls to the rim, gets two, and he'll go to the line for one more.
And John Higgins, the official, because he bumped into him after the hit. Take a look.
And Jackson Davis trying to use that right hand, now going back to the left, and he missed that too. How about 4 attempts? 4 times the charm for the sophomore.
In a game, Victor Oladipo wore that number.
That is true as well, yeah. Left-hand finish. So he started 1 of 6 from the floor, but now Jackson Davis has hit his last 2.
He's going to get a cross screen right here, and you can see where he caught that basketball is inside the charge arc.
16 and change to go. Winner gets Texas in round 2, the semifinal round.
The level of play in the second half here has been superb. Great high-low combination.
Well, that's the way to live life, right? To enjoy every minute of it.
Please set some standards, high standards, standards of excellence in the search for perfection. But if you're the Indiana Hoosiers, which is a person from Indiana, then you're trying to figure out what is going on here.
Indiana's got the steal, and Rob Finney running the point for them into Jackson Davis, who has been outstanding early for Indiana.
It would not be right to put him in the same conversation with people.
Oh, Jackson Davis again, one time.
Beautiful ball movement here. Set the screen, roll to the opening, and then deliver with the hammer. Left-handed. Trayce, throw it down. Or the echo pedal on the beam. Over the top, throw it down. Yes, one time. Ball baseline out of bounds play. That's just a total breakdown defensively. And when you're watching somebody throw it down in your face, Spencer Jones is too good a ball player to get posterized like that, but that wasn't his man. And
Finney with it now. Dish off to Franklin. Underneath Trayce, Jackson Davis. That's as easy as it gets.
When you look at the drive by Franklin, his vision is what I love there. A lot of guys driving are looking at the rim. He sees Jackson Davis wide open. 2 go to 1, a little drop.
You forget that he's only a sophomore, and we spoke to him on Zoom yesterday, and he thwarts that shot right there from North Alabama.
That goes the other way. It's 2 points. A Big Ten play, that's a loss.
Trayce Jackson Davis with the kick out to Finney.
He's played terrific basketball the first 2 games, had 15 and 9 in the opener against Western Michigan, and then came back with 18 points against Villanova. Butler's freshman guards, Harris and Tate, not playing like freshmen so far today, and Trayce Jackson Davis takes the assist from Galloway.
Take a look at the ball swings to Galloway, pump fake. It's like Bryce is late on the rotation. Lack of defensive communication.
Jackson Davis, little Euro step in the finger roll for the first bucket.
High IQ basketball by Jackson Davis. He only had a triple-double in that game, so it wasn't his fault they lost it.
Of course, Michigan State would go on and win the national championship. There's an easy flush.
Go baseline to baseline so you can get a better look, because Northwestern is punishing people on the fast break. Man.
And for Indiana fans, they're probably saying, finally, Jackson Davis imposing his will inside.
Get me the ball. I don't care if I have a double team. Double comes late. I'm just going to tomahawk it right on you. Yeah, there it is. Get me the ball. Pounding his chest. Would step up, and with the collapsing defense on Jackson Davis, he's got to make a big shot down the stretch.
Whoa! Hello, Trayce Jackson Davis.
Gets the ball, attacks, and he said, I'll just take this myself. Boom!
Indiana's 2 most improved players leading the break and giving them the 3-1 lead. Cockburn, and how about the block by Jackson Davis?
Lob inside, good save, and in the corner for 3, it's Al Durham. What a save by Trayce Jackson Davis. Minute and a half gone by here in the second half. Jackson Davis looking for room on the baseline, working against Hera, gets the bucket and the foul. He'll go to the line for 1 more.
3 straight games with 3 points a game.
He's found the range here, 2 for 3 now from 3. Is Jackson Davis on the baseline, able to put it down.
And you see him here, just give this little ball fake at John Harry. He turns his head.
You put a lot of pressure on the Hoosiers.
Ball fake by Finney, got him into the paint. There's the hammer from Trayce Jackson Davis. Maybe that'll spark the Indiana offense.
Kevin, when you want to get back in the ball game, you need emphatic plays. And this is as emphatic as we've seen all evening. Nice job by Finney, setting up his big fella to eat at the rim. Not going to get much more aggressive than that. Trayce Jackson Davis.
The piece of this game is almost identical to that national championship game 19 years ago.
Great recognition, Kevin.
And the steal.
Sometimes you just got to come down with that and try to gather yourself.
Oh, nice move by Trayce Jackson Davis and a good feed by Hunter.
See, that's what I mean. This is the dexterity of a 6'9", 6'10" big. I mean, that is quick. Watch the footwork. He feels Davis. He spins away and goes in for the dunk. You're not going to see many plays.
Lander, the true freshman, is on for Indiana, expecting him to see some more minutes with the injury to Armand Franklin. There's the hook with the left from Trayce Jackson Davis. He's got 6 of the Indiana 8. Here is Jackson Davis. He's got 6. The double comes on him from Wall. A good pass out to Durham for 3.
Nice patience that time. Similar to what Michael Potter's doing right now.
Here is Ford, a little out of control. Jackson Davis clears. Here come the Hoosiers. Durham passes on the 3, takes it in and scores, and a foul on Potter. He's the trailer, jumping inside.
Oh my goodness. Okay, big fella, I see you.
Here we go, Jackson Davis against Reavers. The kick off to Hunter. Indiana's leading.
That's a heck of a play, Adam, by Trayce Jackson Davis.
See the difference in field goal percentage. Indiana at 68%. Kofi Anderson kicks it out to Shamil Stevenson. Jackson Davis there to send it back.
Has a chance to catch, put it on the floor, and get it up, and you also want to be cognizant of the lob. There it is. This is a simple game, Larry.
Lays it in. Jackson Davis.
Good screen. Pass up to Trayce Jackson Davis.
Bates and gets it up over Galloway. Good pass. And again, beating the double team, Trayce Jackson Davis.
The defense for Indiana, that pack line has allowed a high percentage. Hawkeyes, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. Nice job off the Garza deflection by Trayce Jackson Davis.
And make life tough for Garza in the paint. I think that's the difference with Frederick out.
Trayce Jackson Davis all alone.
Not getting sorted out, not getting matched up, and if there's one Hoosier, you got to find.
Finney over the top. That's what Archie Miller drew up. Trayce Jackson Davis rejecting the shot of Geo Baker.
Hoosiers haven't scored in the last couple minutes, so Illinois, 12th ranked team in the country with a 27-24 lead. Good move, Jackson Davis, and he throws it down right on top of Cockburn.
All right, you're going to see Jackson Davis. Watch 15. You can kind of see him on the bottom. He's looking both ways. He's just not quick enough to get over. And Cockburn couldn't keep Jackson Davis one-on-one. He didn't square up. He just gave Jackson a little bit of room, and there's your sport.
Thompson down low. Kind of threw it up. Was that an alley-oop? I think it was.
Yeah.
Draws the foul.
I think that's intentional, you?
I do too.
Pass. Yeah.
I mean, they're headed in that direction. Jackson Davis, long 2, knocks it down as the horn sounds. What a way for the half to finish for the Hoosiers.
Davis had missed the previous shot. Here's a little, not really a high-low, just get him the ball, nothing going on. And he just lifted up and drilled it. Good half for Indiana. Great half for Indiana.
Sophomore playing for Iowa, the inbounder. And he throws it away. Franklin racing. Jackson Davis with the pound down.
That kid is not afraid The open floor opportunity. Excellent look. Big time run. Connor, that's for the variety tonight. Big turnover there. 2 in a row.
Anthony Leo with nice hands in the passing lane. Jackson Davis. Indiana.
Third foul on McCaffrey, by the way.
Franklin bounce pass inside. Nicely done. And Jackson Davis finishes.
Great line defensive maneuver to take away the drive. But
well, that was Jefferson's shot right there. A deep 2, but
Marcus Carr from three-point land, and he knocks it down. Oh.
But you know, Patino loves to have Carr back in the backfield here.
What a move from Marcus Carr, having a really nice start so far. Here's Carr, top of the key. He's going to let that one fly, and that's nothing but net from Marcus Carr. He's now got 25.
So it came out really hot and then got real cold really fast.
Carr up and in. He's going to have a chance at the three-point play.
Carr inside Gotch. Great pass.
Marcus Carr, he's going to go all the way to the left side of the court and come off this dribble handoff.
Now
Good
on the
move.
drive into the
Good
lane,
move.
he's got it.
Well, as it's been working, you get Marcus Carr going with this strong hand. Nice little slithery step over and a finish and one. Yeah, and Douglas, you know, he reached in.
Pepe can't convert. He was the leading scorer with 11 points at the half for the Lions, by the way. Runner around it falls, and an and one. Opportunity for Marcus Carr, and look out. Here comes the Gopher point guard.
Maybe the best guard in the Big Ten right here at drawing the contact. And look at that concentration on the finish. Right there, gets the contact, goes off glass. He keeps his eyes on the rim. Gave it up to Douglas for a better look, and now they're only down 1 point.
They leave Marcus Carr with some daylight, and he makes it pay. How about a 3 for a 3? Carr looking to generate. Here's the step back 3 for the lead. Clutch when it counts. His name is Marcus Carr.
And he jabs, step back. Anderson recovers well, doesn't matter. Marcus Carr, smooth when Minnesota needed him the most.
Probably our most impressive Big Ten standout, presented by Auto Owners Insurance Play.
Ooh, T-Dot, stand up. Toronto's finest.
Dominated on the offensive glass the last time out. They got to get in there and rebound.
Marcus Carr certainly a little quieter than he's been so far, but that 3 goes for Carr. And Minnesota, just like that, a team that can really score in a hurry. Nero got a screen from Rebracha. Trying to dump it toward him, but Marcus Carr picked it off.
And this is where they're most dangerous, when Marcus Carr can get them in transition. Booth Gotch they ran a set play to try to get him a 3. He threw the ball into Robbins, and he didn't stand. He cut and gave him enough space, and there's the deflection that's going to go on the stat sheet for Richard Pitino.
Jamal played 12 seasons in the NBA. I just love watching how explosive he was.
He was outstanding. Marcus Carr penetration gives Minnesota a 1-point lead.
I failed to ask Richard Pitino what his handicap was for golf, by the way.
Too many.
The 3-point attempt in the final seconds of the first half. Marcus Carr.
Frustrating if you're Kansas City. You do a pretty good job to force him into a fadeaway with a hand in his face.
Not afraid of the tall timber there, and Robbins. Crossover, Carr. Floater, step back goes.
At the highest level on your team, those guys can begin to manage and control everything on the floor, and they can make those adjustments.
Carr got suspended. Kick in the corner for the 3-ball, and Booth Gotch connects. Perkins in the corner to the paint, stripped on the way. I think Enan got him, and then back the other way. Carr delivered. Gophers by a deuce. Gotch wanted it. Carr does. Launches. Bucket and one from 3
A chance to tack on one more at the line, which shows you from outside. He's lethal and deadly. It's the Gophers. Perkins trying to get on track. They've hounded him early. Stolen away by Carr. And Marcus zigzags through and scores. More look. Here's the D. And then Carr, nothing on his mind except scoring trend.
Quick hands, strong hands, foot speed down the floor.
In, just out hustling the Hawkeyes to the rebound.
That's just playing harder. And honestly, Minnesota gets a wide open look, get an offensive rebound, and then Marcus Carr just getting it done. This is Marcus Carr time right here.
Carr around the screen for three. Got it! Marcus Carr has tied this one up.
Uses to get here. You come off, take him right back off to side. You cannot go under this screen. You've got to trail over the backside. And Marcus Carr, boy, what a shot and what a moment for a guy that's been one of the best point guards.
Really good pass by Rocket Watts and some pick and roll action. And if you're the big there, that's got to be a bucket.
Carr stepping back, knocking down the three. He's coming off back-to-back 30-point performances.
Hand on it. And then Marcus Carr has just been phenomenal. He's still certainly trying to figure out what his role is and how he's going to play the point guard position. But they need him to score as well.
Carr. This is Marcus Carr time. That's his patented step back. And kind of a fitting ending to a dominant first half for Minnesota as they go up by 20.
College basketball, and he was salivating with this matchup. The step back jumper gets away, gets space. It's clearly out of his hand. A big-time shot by Marcus Carr to end the half. Because it's not going to get any easier. Every night in this league is a monster.
And here's Marcus Carr taking it to the basket. What a tough finish. Give him 16.
Getting his game on, going to work, showing off the total package. How about a little English on this finish? The Minnesota bench and also Marcus Carr.
This is all fair game.
You're a good sport about it. Oh, Marcus Carr somehow getting that one to fall.
Well, the one undisputable thing, Lisa, is that Marcus Carr will be on the first team All Big Ten. And he should have been in consideration in the preseason as one of the best point guards in the country.
Boy, nice job fronting that time by Gabe Kalsher.
Here's Livers has his pocket pick. Carr going the other way. Numbers if he hurries. Kalsher going baseline. And Kalsher with the reverse to cut it to a two-point game. And finally, Minnesota's Trey Williams comes away with it.
When Keegan Murray gets in the weight room, Big Ten, watch out.
Holy cow, Marcus Carr, 5 points now after a quiet start. Outstanding all season long for Minnesota. He's getting it going here on the road in Iowa City. Also have to mention our very own Jess Settles of the Big Ten Network on that list as well.
That's exactly right. One of Iowa greats.
Carr knocks it down.
I knew you had more. I knew you had more. That's why I said it. Carr the drop off and two downstairs for Brandon Johnson.
And I look for Gabe Kalsher, 22, to be the difference in whether they win or lose today, shooting the ball and defensively.
24. Nice. Eric Curry with the catch. Now, that young man's been through so much with multiple knee injuries.
In the college basketball world, impossible to stop. You just hope he misses. There you go.
That's to a foul. The bump. Carr goes to the line for a three-point play.
I'm giving Carr the respect he deserves. There's no chance a good player, and he's a good player, takes bad shots. They just don't. You do this. You draw contact. In a world where everyone sulks, he's determined. They let Zeb Jackson shoot again.
Carr the stop in Minnesota.
Oh, that's an absolute. And Carr drains the three, so the Big Ten's fourth leading scorer.
Sunday against Northwestern, but he's been under control offensively and defensively. He's been as tough as any player in the league.
Well, you see the score right here. Minnesota kind of finding their way offensively.
Robbins calling for it inside. Johnson, cross court, Carr. 8 to shoot. Deep jump shot, rattles home.
Right on time, right?
Yes. Carr. Marcus Carr down the lane. Finger roll, count it.
where he can attack, you know, without having to be double.
Mathis, Young, Harper Jr. on the court for Rutgers. As the Scarlet Knights turn it over, Marcus Carr, hesitation, strong in the hole off the glass, counted on the foul. Exploding.
Nice hesitation that time. Geo Baker jumped up, gave up that position. No back line help, and this is where, again.
8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Harper wide open, slams it through. Timeout for the Pioneers.
Yeah, if there is any guy on the court right now for Rutgers that Sacred Heart cannot lose track of, it is that young man. Take advantage of that veteran ability and defensive skill.
Hawkeyes again with the steal underneath. Up ahead comes Rutgers. Scarlet Knights on the run. Up ahead, jammed through. Ron Harper with a brilliant pass to lead him.
8 rebounds for him.
He has let his presence been felt here early on, and here's Harper to clean it up at the other end.
18 points for Rutgers already on dunks and layups. Again, with that being an emphasis for Rutgers as an area that they need to improve on.
Alley-oop again to Harper, who jams it through. Great pass by Miles Johnson. Terrific feed.
Another alley-oop. Johnson throws it, and Harper
wasn't blocked by Miles Johnson, but he certainly changed the shot. No question. Again, it's Harper who puts it in, and Rutgers feeds to Harper have been magnificent here.
It's slippery out there. That's the second time we've seen a player slip in the last couple of possessions. They get it right back, and Jacob Young, Big Ten standout presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Again on the push. Here's Young. He's been there. Finish for Ron Harper Jr.
Get out in transition. Ron Harper Jr. Maybe his dad was NBA Jam. He's showing it right now.
29 of the 42 combined between those two players. Harper's going to add to it. And one for Ron Harper Jr.
Do it in the mid-range, and then that's just strength and finishing. What I liked is it looked like he wanted to go up and dunk it, and if you're going that aggressive, things like that will happen. You'll start getting those rolls.
At one point in the first half, I did think it was Jacob Young. My quarantine eyes fooled me between those two. Here's the take. Body bucket and one. Ron Harper Jr.
Strong contributors, puts a lot of pressure on you to make plays consistently.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 starters there as Jenkins gets blocked again. Now 10 blocks here for Rutgers tonight. Leads to the easy 2.
Numbers advantage for Rutgers here as they push. Jacob Young. Bang.
Score the goal. Score the goal. That's on you.
Has some three-point capabilities as they're trying to get him open.
Shot clock down. Harper Jr. hoists it up and drops it in. He can bail you out late in the shot clock. 0 to hero. So you got hung on the rim, huh? Inside to Mathis with the reverse. Dumped off to Harper Jr. A lot of congestion underneath. Here comes Harper. And one.
That's a nice fin.
And Rutgers, it took them a while to find a response. Numbers down the floor, a hard charging trip to the basket, count it, and one for Ron Harper Jr. Opportunities, here's one in transition, and yet, could he dump the ball down? Yes, but he's got the strength, he goes up straight, takes the contact, finish, and that's what they do these days, you flex.
This is the layup, and Morcell with a board for Maryland. Morcell end-to-end, Harper takes it away. Morcell couldn't get it up the second time, and here comes Rutgers once more. Young.
Looks like this one could be very simple.
Mathis scooping that one up. Harper off the fake pass, drives down the lane. He gets the bucket and the foul. A little hoop and harm on the other end.
Care which direction this young man goes, he's finishing with his right. Comes right in front of Galen Smith.
Baker to work. Here's Harper, a deep 3. Got the open look, and like he's done all night, he's not been cold from 3.
Watch this set play. Jerry's Hamilton is late.
And Duncan Robinson, that's how you close out to him. You fly by him and move him off his spot for the layup.
Mathis snuck in, and more off-the-ball movement.
Yeah, just a nice diagonal cut. Your shot is feeling you're going to make, go make. But we're not leaving you for another dunk.
Harper catch and shoot. Rutgers first lead from Ron Harper Jr.
Or he just ball screened.
A seal there. Instead, it's pinballed around and taken by Geo Baker. He knew he had cavalry behind, and he got the stuff for Harper.
You know what's great about that, man?
Contact. Your look on your face doesn't buy it.
I like this, though. Throwing it behind you. This time the dunk is finished.
Off the bench, had some injury issues early in the year. Preseason All-Big Ten pick. There's Harper. Hits the jump.
Oh, boy. Geo Baker was in Washington shorts that time. Woo, you talk about good defense.
Long three from Harper that rattles home.
Well, he gives them such an edge at that point guard position. There are some other pretty good people in that video as well that we can allude to a little bit later.
And Harper gets the roll.
They're not going to win the game for Rutgers, but a few minutes here is pretty good.
Toussaint leaning in. Denied by Harper. And he cleans up the rebound, and we get a whistle against Iowa. It's going to Rutgers. My goodness.
Measures it, goes straight up, hangs and blocks.
There have been a couple closeouts that have been pretty good for Rutgers, and the threes have gone down anyway. Now the three-point shooting starts. Harper for three.
See, same thing here. See Young in the corner,
yep.
and Harper.
Baker snares the rebound. Head up for Rutgers. One more time, Harper from longer range. He's got 6 in a row.
You know what makes that so hard?
Win season last year since 2004. What Steve Pikiell has done to make this a destination is impressive. As Harper stuffs it down for the lead. Oh, he just swallowed the rim.
Free throw. Harper comes from the other side all the way around, and oh.
Paul Mulcahy in for Rutgers. Now a nice little up and under move. That was well done.
Action, but Michigan State's doing a good job of staying between their man and the bucket and making Rutgers try to score over. Good pitch back.
Turnover in transition. Yeah, that was beautiful, and Harper makes him pay.
Harper driving in, an emphatic flush of what has been a rough afternoon for that young man.
One thing about Wisconsin, though, they generally have pretty good balance at the defensive end because it's set up by their offense.
Good time. Drops it from Miles Johnson, who dunks it home. You can see the frustration from Mulcahy when he missed the first of those two. Here is Harper trying to get going into the lane and gets the roll.
And that's a high IQ, big-time pro move.
Now quickly, Harper gets it to go.
Basketball Ron Harper Jr.
Trapped in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Harper inside, and he draws the foul.
The basketball Harper is good.
When you step up to the line and direct shots, Dave, it's almost like you don't want to be there anymore.
Whoa! Alley-oop to Harper, and he'll go to the stripe.
The basketball Ron Harper Jr. is
A Big Ten standout presented by Auto Owners Insurance.
Well, I talked about, now that's the Ron Harper Jr. we know. Great set play, rises above.
Mathis got to get something going towards the rim. Harper long three, and he got it. Ron Harper Jr.
Here is Omori. Great pass over the head and a two-handed jam for Ron Harper Jr. Harper, 7 points in the first half. And his toughest bucket of the afternoon. Long rebound, Fennessy tracks it. Fennessy, and Harper swats it out of bounds. There's that defense again of number 24.
Here we go. Scarlet Knights controlling the tip. They go inside early. Reverse layup. Rots off the mark. Geo Baker. Nice backdoor. Bam! Harper Jr. Beautiful no-look pass by Geo Baker to Ron Harper Jr. Ron Harper Jr. dunk from Geo Baker.
Well, that's just no communication that time by Michigan State on the back line. All eyes were on Geo Baker that time. As you see Joey Hauser kind of pointing out.
I believe Northwestern assistant Brian James is one of the kind of the out-of-bounds, the baseline out-of-bounds specialists. Look out! I thought Young was going to finish loose ball or an offensive rebound or a missed layup. or a missed defensive assignment like that, with Harper taking it to the rack.
Those are costly turnovers.
17 turnovers, which matches actually Rutgers' 17 turnovers. So dead even in that category and dropping it home.
The lead in this game with 6:33 to play.
Yeah, great defense that time by Robbins by cutting off the baseline from Johnson.
Pinned by Harper Jr. Lob inside, nicely done. Miles Johnson and Ron Harper Jr.
A big play here, kind of like screen to screen. This time, no, just rolled to the basket.